of mind so that I can go out in creation. Being able to have a peace of mind so I can say like, yo, I don't have to sit here worrying about how I'm going to pay for that or I'm going to pay for that. What I'm focused on is how I'm going to help these people. And then I could find different ways to help these people. And if it's not just my effort that's going to work, I can say, hey, let me compensate somebody for their effort. Okay, so that's really my idea of financial independence, financial freedom. So let me ask you a question real quick, and I want y'all to participate with me because I really want you to tap in. So let me ask you a question. What is your idea of financial freedom? What does that look like to you? What would dictate that you are financially free? Talk to me. Anybody want to share their idea of financial freedom?
I would say not sitting around stressing about the bills, just having everything covered, and just so once everything is covered, then I could just focus on creativity and my mind ain't all clogged up with how I pay this, how I pay that. Just have a free, that's what freedom is just not worrying about it. It's already done, already take care of. All I gotta do is go with the flow.
All you got to do is go with the flow. So let me ask you a question. As you build this more and more freedom for yourself, as you get more streams of revenue, as you take pay more attention to the money that you have and save it, and then we invest it so that you can actually get more and more financially free. What are you going to do with that financial freedom? How is that going to help you propel or do God's work or whatever? What are you going to do with that, Arita?
Yesterday you asked how you're going to bring your product to the market. Well, for me, I would use that money to bring my product to the market.
And so I'm gonna stop you right there. Do you think you need that money to bring to your market, or is that product going to market gonna bring you some money? Which one, or is it a combination of both? Talk to me.
Both.
Okay.
Yes,
So
I need the money to bring it to the market, and it will make money once it gets to the market.
So
I did find a system.
Mm-hmm. You said you found a system.
Yes, found a system. You asked, what system are you going to use? I found my system.
Okay, so what was the system that you found?
It has to do with being able to launch your books, and it's through a coaching system. It's a coaching system, someone who has published many books, and I took their course yesterday, and they show you how to launch, how to do a launch. And one of the things they said was you have to have several series going at the same time, and that I have several series going at the same time. So I have that. So I feel like I'm already there with what that coach was talking about.
Okay. That's what's up. That was actually one of the principles that I mentioned. I was like, yo, once you conceive the idea, if you can actually pay for the information to get the idea to market, it's actually a great idea, save you time. So that's smart. So really, because I remember the first time we had encountered, that was the first thing we were speaking about was, I have some books, I'd like to get them out. However, I don't necessarily know the how to. So it's beautiful to see that March 4th, you're marching forth, you're moving forward, you're finding a way. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy I'm on. You know what I mean? I'm on the energy of what is the way? What is the vision? How are you going to make it happen? How are you going to get your product to market? How are you going to create more products? How are you going to look within yourself to find some hidden skill sets that you're not currently using and actually use those skill sets, right? Because yesterday I was like, man, with the amount of gifts I've had, like, yo, these gifts need to be going out and bringing me money. But unless I am sending them out, unless I am calling, unless I am letting people know about it, you can be a best kept secret. So Arita, now that you've actually gotten the information, I need you to every single day, you got to act on it. You know what I mean? It can't be, don't let it linger. Don't let it sit. Don't let it wait. Action prompto. Okay. So who's
that? Thank you.
Yep. Who's next? One more. What is your
Okay,
idea of financial freedom?
I can share financial freedom. Financial freedoms means that it's almost like you get to make life decisions without being overly stressed about financial impact because you're prepared. It could be anything. It could be your ideas. It could be it could be a team thing where you partner up with people who's, because your idea may not be the too good thing at the moment, but there may be people who surrounded you with, awesome ideas where you can work with them as well. So, like they said, you don't know it all. Somebody could be the gate out, but are you being involved into whatever they invest in? And so being invested in other things like your close surroundings, it could be friends, family members, can actually help, break that barrier for you. So you control your finances, of course. If you can control your finances instead of being controlled by them, that's financial freedom. So not necessarily you have to be a multi-millionaire. You have to no. If you can control your finances, that's financial freedom, which means you're not being controlled by your finances. You can, you control them. They don't move you.
So, Blue,
That's
talk on
my
that real quick. How do you control it? How do you control it? How does that look like? Talk to us real quick.
It's more like budgeting. You know that, of course you got bills to pay. You know that, there are things like that is required, like, your medical bills. Everybody need to take care of themselves. You wanna manage, you wanna budget, you wanna always every week, constantly deducting from what you're spending. It could be something so simple as a receipt. And I'm not kidding you guys. I do have many receipts here. I could buy something from the dollar store. It could be 25 cents. I keep the receipt. And the reason why I do it is because I'm not a money tree. If the money was spent, it was made from somewhere, and I made the money. Well, I didn't make the money because to make money is illegal. Let's take that out. So, so
Hey,
I
what
didn't
you
make the
doing over
money,
there,
but
Blue?
I,
Yeah.
so what you do is you keep receipts, you budget yourself, you manage yourself financially. So you don't have financial burdens, like you're always going, you're in chaos with yourself when it comes to your finances. If I don't know if you guys really understand what I mean. You in chaos with yourself when it comes to your finances, which means your mind's all over the place when it comes to the things that you need to handle. So I would say it's budget, managing, and constantly do it every week. And sometimes you got to do it maybe, every 3 days or every 4 days because your spending habits may be too much. You might want to, slow it down and then manage so you can have financial freedom. It doesn't have to be, you have to be, a multimillionaire to be free. No, that's not what it's called. But you can still be free from, I hope you guys get it, but yes.
I love it, bro. He came with the heat. And I remember last time I was watching last year's Rising Prime and you were sharing some tips. And he was like, look, if you realize like part of your financial freedom is gonna be that you need more income, find a way to get it, right? Don't make an excuse. If you need to work that extra shift, you need to get some, like, not necessarily an extra job, but you want to do an extra gig, you want to figure out a way for your money to work for you. Like
Yes.
Jim Rohn says, buy two bicycles, one to ride, one to rent.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I love that. He was like, yo, teach your kids finances. He was like, if you buy a bicycle, don't just buy one, buy two of them, one to ride, one to rent.
And I can share some quick tip. Like from my end, on my end,
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I needed some financial freedom. I have a son; he's about 4, and my wife here, and we're not doing too bad. But I've always been the type to not only have my 9 to 5, but I need to do something extra. I can't just rely on just a paycheck that's coming in every 2 weeks or every week. So I would drive Uber, I would drive Lyft, I would do Grubhub, I would do different things on the side. But one thing I noticed that I was chasing a dollar. I was not using my mind really to really make things happen. So I was being stretched and be tired. And coming from work, driving Uber for maybe a good 4 to 5 hours, then be so tired. So I get to this position where if you pray and you listen to the Holy Spirit will reveal a lot of things to you. So by the grace of God, you can place certain things in position to make money for you. Like you said, the bicycle part, you can buy something and rent it out, or whichever way you can do something physically and also your job, it can work a lot for you.
They're not in the camera.
It's on the, you need it now? It's on, it's in it right there. Yeah, bro, that's pretty awesome. It's what you said was also very interesting, because you said you have to know it, but you have to be self-aware, because you have to know when you're spreading yourself too thin and when you're not organizing your efforts into a basket. That, like, for instance, for me, there's many forms of revenue that I can go, right? So, but one of the reasons why I decided that I'm going to own in on one specific developing my gifts is because of the certainty that I know that my gift will make room for me. However, I'm getting to a point of balance, saying, like, right, your gift is making room for you. You got 7 streams, you need to get them streaming some more. However, there is a possibility to make more income on other different aspects by knowing that, and knowing that how to balance it. You know what I'm saying? So it's really that time management piece then. You know what I'm saying? Also,
and
like,
I can give some quick tips. I don't know any one of you guys, if there's many things you can do. Even if, like, the bicycle, but I love the simple fact that you brought it up. Even if it's buying a, not too old vehicle, and you can buy, something not, too expensive, you rent it out to somebody. Somebody need a car right now. You can rent it out to somebody. You can do many different things, or you can cook. If you know how to cook, you can make different dishes and sell, or anything you can create to market yourself. It's a form of trying to find financial freedom. But yeah, that's my thought. That's my opinion.
So I see some new people came in the room. I'm gonna ask you, listen, come in the conversation. I want to make sure that y'all coming in as well. If you have anything that you want to share, make sure you share. We're talking about what is your idea of financial freedom, and what are some ways that you've thought of making extra income, or keeping the income that you have, or reinvesting it. What are some things that you've been using so far? Bludy has really been powerful. She's been sharing a lot of great tips, and one of the things he suggested is you start really budgeting, start taking account of the money that's coming in is going out. Okay, so one of the major things that I did do that helps me, that I actually, let me be real with you. One of the major things that I used to do that really helped me was actually budgeting at the top of every single month. Lately, I haven't been doing that, but this is why I have things like Money March, because it reminds me that I need to go do that. Because when I used to have these categories to check upon every day to see where is it at, and having it in a chart format, it really kept me on point. Because I started to develop something in my brain that says, like, bro, look at where your money is going. So a lot of times we don't take account to see where the money is going and where is the holes that's causing the money to leak out our pockets. So one of the major things I'm going to re-implement, and this is what holistic living is all about, checking yourself, readjusting, and then moving forward, is the budgeting. And what I'm using is mint.com. So if y'all never tapped into that, make sure you check out mint.com. All right. So talk to me. What is your idea of financial freedom, and what are some strategies you can share with us? Go. So shout out to the new people who came in the room. I see Lorian, I see Ann, I see Lauren, Monique. Welcome to Rise and Prime, baby. All right. So it seems like we're all everybody's talked out. Ain't nothing, you ain't got nothing to say. It's cool. So we're gonna get to some movement so we can get the blood flowing, get the energy moving, and then follow that. We're gonna talk about this chapter. So if you're an entrepreneur, aspiring entrepreneur, I always say everybody is an entrepreneur. It's either you're running your life or you're running a business. Okay. Either ways you want them. Okay. Either ways you're chief executive officer of your life. And you have a balance statement for the money you're making, You gotta everything, right? You should have a vision statement, all of that good stuff. So with that being said, we're gonna get into the mindful movement portion. So find somewhere you could move freely. Let's just go and do some qigong. Let's qigong it up. Okay. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to do some qigong? I know it's early, but I know y'all need a little booster to wake you up. I see the sun all up in my face. It's feeling good. Look, if you're awake, it's a great thing because a lot of people didn't make it up today, but you make it up. So let's just take some time for that gratitude. How about we do that? I just want you to work your wrist, turn your wrist forward, and just feel your wrist, right? We're gonna do a little appreciation for our limbs, okay? The simple things. Sometimes like we really don't appreciate them. So with the movement, we're gonna add a sense of appreciation. So you're just flicking your wrist forward like this. Okay, just flick your wrist forward and then go back. Now you're gonna add your elbow into it. So at the elbow joint, do a circle forward at the elbow joint. So you're kind of bending the elbow and you're making a circle forward, going forward and then back. So we're just kind of like rotating. So gratitude for your elbow, man. Look, your elbow is active, it's moving, it's not locked. And I just want you to get your shoulders into it. So rotate the full arm and do a wider circle. Feel the shoulder stretching. Man, gratitude for the shoulder, man. Look, sometimes you feel like the whole weight of the world is on your shoulders, but God makes sure that you keep moving, you keep going. So we got to wake up grateful for that. Now we're going to go reverse. So gratitude for the mobility, the ability to move, you know. All of these things are gifts, man. Don't take them for granted. So feel the stretch going back. Ooh, I'm feeling that. Oh my goodness. I am kind of tight. So now let's do a bigger circle going all the way up, waving your hands. Then now we're gonna bend the knee with it. Bend the knee with it. And shout out to everybody who have the camera on and doing this with us. Like, yo, that's awesome. Appreciate you for bringing up the energy. Your face have a certain aura. You know that? And when we get to see that good aura, it really elevates, adds value to everybody. So look at this one. We're bending the knees and then crossing the hands over. So just working that rotator cuff, okay? Just working that rotator cuff. So in Qigong, we do a lot of rotational movements. You would be surprised how much vitality, how much energy, how much creativity you have when you do more and more Qigong, okay? So now right now we're just doing really rotational motions, okay? So that should have, feel that. Now we're gonna just swing your arm forward vigorously, just like this. Just swing your arm forward, okay? Going forward. Circle forward. I need some music in the building, man. We got to get some music up in here. So keep going. Make sure when you do that one, you're not bending the elbow. Okay, so when you swing your arm forward on this one, don't bend the elbow. Just keep your arm extended. You're just doing full swing forward. Okay. All right, we're gonna keep going. I'm just trying to get you some music. So don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. Cause he won't give up on you. He's able.
He's able.
Oh, y'all know that song? Oh, he's able. I love that
He's
song.
able. I
Song.
love it too.
Hey, you know when you feel like you down in a rut, and you like I try everything. Like I talk to different people, it's not working. Huh? Oh, I see Karen. I see you, Sela. Sometimes you just gotta sing the song, man, and just give it all to God. He's able. And you know what that does is it takes the load off your shoulder and it gives it to the divine. And then there's a feeling of release that you feel when you kind of give it to God. Huh? What was that? I'm not sure if you meant to. Okay, I think she's on the move. Don't mean, I wasn't trying to be rude by muting you. So now we're gonna go both arms forward. Both arms. You got, yep. There we go. There we go. He's able. Oh, wait a minute. Keep going, y'all. Keep going. Then I'm gonna show you the next move. I'm just multitasking. That's it. I just multitask all the time.
You don't see no diapers in the sack? Did you look in the sack? She had diapers in the sack.
Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is, so we did a circle forward, then we did both forward. Now we're gonna do one forward and then we're gonna do the other one back. So I wanna see who got the right brain domination on point. Who got the left brain dominant? Who's not right brain, left brain dominated? Who got the good right brain, left brain integration? So first one arm goes forward, then the other one goes back. Can you do that?
Oh, at the same time?
You doing that, Carla?
I'm
You trying? You trying? You're doing it. I'm kidding. There's no trying. There's no trying. It's either you do it or you don't. So it's like a reverse windmill. You're going forward and you're going back. Stretching. Yo, I needed that one, okay? I really needed that one. Whoa. Okay. We ain't even had breakfast yet. Shout out to Ralph Smart. Shout out to Janelle, man. Yo, so I'm trying to get this. Is there music playing, y'all?
No music.
No music. No music. You get black people in the room, you don't need music. Just kidding. We make the music in the Yo, I know I want to be fancy with my tech, but my tech ain't really rocking with me this ride. So I think I might have to give it up. Yeah. Okay. So the next move we're gonna do is called Chinese jumping jacks. Okay. So you're making a circle up, breathing in, then you turn, circle down. So now, a lot of people may wonder, like, yo, what is the benefit of Qigong? Okay. Qigong calms down your mind first thing in the morning, allows you to set yourself up for success because now you have a clear mind, clear vision. That's usually what the problem is. We don't have a clear vision. Okay. So once you get a clear mind, clear vision, anxiety rid from the body, stress rid from the body, we have a better day. You get what I'm saying?
Amen.
So I'm getting my music up. There we go, baby.
This is your word that you've been waiting for all night.
Okay, there we go. Separate, breathe in, turn, separate, breathe out.
God is able to do exceedingly, abundantly above all you can ask, according to the power that worketh in us.
Hallelujah. How many believe it tonight? Somebody turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, he's able. Tell somebody else, he's able. Y'all ready? Exceedingly.
Now you're gonna stop. We're gonna reverse it. So go up if you're down, down if you're up. Go up, breathe in, separate, turn, bend, separate, turn, up, down.
According to the power that worketh in you. God is
So now you're gonna breathe in center and exhale. Breathe in, pick up chi. Every promise to you. Breathe in and come up. Give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you.
Upon you.
Oh. So you're breathing in, then you're breathing out, descend. Now you're gonna breathe in, pick it from the side. Breathe in. Come center. Breathe out. Breathe in. He's gonna fulfill promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. So you breathe in, pick up energy, tighten the anus sphincter, bring it up the spine, conception governing, separate into the face, to the sky. He said He would do. So this next one, we used to do this in church a lot. Since we listen to this song, I'll do it. So this one is actually, this movement opens up your heart. We do it in Qigong when we be like, open your heart, side to side, Qigong. So we're gonna do the same thing, just swaying. But this time we're gonna lean with it to stretch the entire oblique like this. Okay, you're gonna go down and up. I mean side to side and get a nice stretch. Stretch. Pull yourself up towards the heavens.
He's able.
Stretch. He's able. He's able. Okay. Now move your head. Rotate your head. He's able. He's able. He's able. Yes, He is. Now we're gonna go the opposite way. He's able. He's able. He's able.
Able.
He's able.
He's able.
I used to be in the choir, y'all. So bring your chin out and then tuck it in. He's able. Okay, so now that warmed us up for the chi cups. So y'all got a special announcement. Give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. Don't give up on yourself either, because God will never give up on you. So look what we got here. So here's what we're gonna do. Next thing we're gonna do is the chi cups. So now we're gonna upgrade our chi cups with the chi bowls. You're gonna okay. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the chi cups with the chi balls, but if you don't have any, you can do it without it. So you're gonna serve the tea out, bring it to the side, then lift up over the shoulder, then forward, then side, and then in. Serve the tea, bring it to the side, Lift.
If you know he's able.
So guess what? Y'all want to stay past 8? Because guess what we're doing at 8? We're going to do more Qigong. But guess what? Dr. Love is going to cut through because I'm with him right now, actually. And he got his class at 8. So you're in for a special treat, special Friday treat. Okay, so now you're going to see where I learned the Qigong from. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I wanted to tell you about the Qi balls, but we're not going to do the rest of the Qigong now, but I want to talk about this chapter. Then if y'all want to tap in 14 minutes, more Qigong, but I want to talk about the chapter because I want to make sure I'm doing all of the parts. Okay.
According to the power that worketh in us.
Call into the power that worketh in us, man. Look, sometimes, let me say this. Don't feel bad for your self-doubt, but honor the Creator and don't doubt yourself because God instilled God instilled the ability for you to create. So to say I don't know if I can do it, it's like a disrespect to God because God knows you can do it. Whether some people God knows you can do it. So believe in yourself. So that's a powerful song. Yesterday I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, with all that I'm doing, I should be this much farther. I just gotta remember He's able, man. So.
Yes.
So guess what, man? The word I give is the word I need, baby. And I'm only giving it because I need it. So don't ever look at me and be like, man, this guy got the word. His life must be great, perfect. Nah, that's not what it is. It's just that I am striving to be better every day. And then God communicates to me what I need to do. And I express it to you. And then now it's up to me to do it. Just like some of you give the best advice, man. I want you to start asking yourself for advice and see what happens. You're going to give yourself some great advice, but guess what? Advice without work is what?
Dead.
Dead, man.
Dead.
Dead. Advice without works is just a vice. Advice without work is just what? A vice. So let's get it. Okay, so I want to read this chapter to y'all because we're not necessarily read, we're going to do a quick little review on this because I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs in the building or aspiring entrepreneurs in the building. So this next is going to be the third category of preference, the functional ideal. Yesterday we kind of went over this very well, but today what we're going to do is we're going to go over it just a little bit again, and hopefully you can get a lot of value from this. So we're doing part 2 of the review of the E-Myth Enterprise, chapter 6, the third category of preference, which has to do with your functional. Okay, so one of the major things that you want to do when you're really thinking about building your brand, building your business, is that what is the primary frustration of the persons that you're serving? Okay, what is the primary frustrations? So normally when anybody walks into an enterprise, a business, with a solo entrepreneur, they usually have certain challenges, certain things that frustrate them. Like you go to Walmart and you trying to talk to the clerk, trying to help you, they run away from you. No speaking English, come on, no, you don't speak English. What are you doing here? What you doing here? No speaking English, and the Spanish people that be no speaking English, and then they go speak English to the other person and be like, you lie. Okay. But that's a primary frustration. Or like you have your phone company and your signal is always messing up. Like, come on, I paid. Like you had one job, give me signal. You get what I'm saying? Or you hire somebody to build something for you and they're supposed to build it in a specific time frame, but they took like freaking 5 weeks. They took like 5 years to do like something that should have took them 5 weeks. So these are all primary frustrations. So think about the stores you walk into, the people you do business with, and what are the things that frustrate you. You get what I'm saying? So even as a coach, as a writer, as a speaker, no matter what you do, as a healer, you always can there's always the primary frustration. So the primary frustration is the negative experience most commonly complained about concerning someone's interaction with a business. It's not difficult to find out what the primary frustration is. For example, ask 100 people who have done business with building contractor about the transaction. You have a great day too, Carla. And at least 25 will say the job wasn't completed when they said it would be. There was always an excuse. Ask 100 people who have their auto repaired about the transaction, and at least 80 will say I felt totally out of control and they made me feel worse. Ask 100 people who've been to the doctor about the transaction, at least 90 will say I waited too long to see the doctor. Stereotypes, true, but in these stereotypical responses, the ones find that one finds the primary frustration in the best way. So listen, in the customer's pain, in the person's pain lies a possibility for your solution that makes your business stand out. So let me ask you a question. A common pain for some people might be waking up early, right? Creating a rising routine. A common pain might be dealing with stress, anxiety, sadness, depression, worry. That might be a common pain for most people. So guess what this does? So you can say, oh, this is a common pain. Or when they actually do business when they go to the gym, it does not give them almost everything they need. When they do that, it does not. So how do you create something that looks at all different aspects? So when you're creating your business, really think about how are you going to address the primary frustration. Okay, and here's the thing, and I want you to read this next part. What would happen to the general contractor who says, at Heartfelt Construction, we are always on time, on price, and deliver spotless performance, or we pay for it, guaranteed? So guess what this is saying? It's saying that if normally you have problems with contractors being on time and doing a great job, then why not tell the customer or the person that you want to do business with that you are going to tend to their need differently than the other people do? So what they're saying here is we are always on time. They're targeting that problem. They're doing the reverse of it. We are always on time, on price, and we deliver spotless performance. Guess what? If you're not satisfied, we will pay for it. And I guarantee it. I guarantee you're going to love the way you look. You know what I'm saying? So look at all the commercials. I need you to start studying the commercials, and you're going to learn a lot of things. So what would happen to the medical office that says, at Sweetwater Medical Office, we always keep our appointments on time, or we pay for the visit, guaranteed. So when you actually say, hey, look, we're so certain about our product that we provide these solutions that other people don't. If you don't like it, we're going to give you your money back. That's how much certainty that now you're telling your customer or the person you're serving that, listen, you know what? You don't have to worry. And if you have a statement for your business, let me know. At Sweetwater Medical Office, we always keep our appointments on time. Or we've said that already. What would happen if they actually put off the guarantees? It would set their business apart. To make a promise and to accept full responsibility for the delivery of that promise requires control. The kind of control that only a process-oriented company hopes to exercise. Yesterday, I was talking about from the book, the difference between a people-oriented company and a process-oriented company. And a process-oriented company, it does not matter if I have the best people. What matters is that I have the best system that provides the best solution to my end consumer. Therefore, whether you're good, average, or you're the best, when you get into my system, I'm going to turn you into a beast. That system is going to help you to provide the service in such a immaculate way that everybody's going to say, what company is this and how did they do it? How did they pull this off? You get what I'm saying? So it is the system that creates the business, not necessarily just the people. So you really want to think about the system to your business, right? I have a system to Rise and Prime. I have a system to Holistic Lifestyle. I have a system to how I do everything. So there's a system to my business. And somebody says, you don't have a physical store, right? No, I don't. But I have a brand. I have something what's called a personal brand. And out of my gifts sprouts many opportunities to provide various services. So it turns out, I am not a businessman. I am the business, man. Shout out to Jay-Z, you know. So this next story talks about a construction worker who used to go to work every day, and he was really, really good at what he does. But make a long story short, when he showed up, there was 5 other people who worked with him, and they were like his start team. They were like the starting five of a basketball team, and they went in, they came out, and they did a great freaking job. And then one day, the dude, he got hurt. So he had to really think about it. He felt like he lost his identity. He was like, damn, I've always used my hands to do the work. Now I can't even do construction anymore. So he started drinking, started getting depressed. But his team never left. They kept coming to see him. They're like, yo, when are you going to get out of the rut? When are you going to get out of the rut? One day he said, enough is enough. And he said, you know what? I'm going to start my own company. And this time I'm going to go work for other people to see what are the primary frustrations of the customer. I'm going to study long enough, and I'm going to create a system. I'm going to pick what industry. So each of them went and worked out in a different industry in the construction. Some went to the kitchen remodeling business. Some went to this, and that. And when they all came back, they found out there were a couple of things that always happen. First of all, the people that worked with them didn't they would just show up for the job. Boom, boom, boom. There was a lot of things. And then it was like, oh, okay, we need to create a system, and we need to own down specifically on who we want to serve. And what they decided to do is go into the kitchen remodeling business. Okay, so they niched down, and then they came up with a concept, okay, where they could get that done so fast. So they were framers, but because he got hurt, he said like, yo, I'm always using my body. What happens when my body wears out? So I want you to think about this. Think about this to yourself. Are you always using your time? And let me ask a question. What happens when you don't have too much time? What happens when you want to spend more time with your kids? What happens when you finally say, look, I got this gift for so long, I want to bring it out? Unless you have a system for your business that's going to help you with that, it's going to be very difficult. Who's that? All right, so you really want to think about creating a system, okay? So we're going to talk more about this, because one of the major things I want y'all to start really doing is posting content every day. What you care about, what you like, what you learning, curating content. You like, for what? I just want you to curate it. A time will come. I promise you. A time will come when you're going to need your brand. Okay, you need it now, actually. So this is actually going to be a great way for you to transition from using your time or your hands to using your mind and your gifts. So it says, what does a man who uses a body, what does a star do when the very thing in which he excels at is suddenly taken away from him? What does a man who uses his body for a living when his body can no longer perform? What does a company do when it has built its ability to perform on the skills of a handful of good people and they're all suddenly gone? For the first 6 months or so, Marino Santos did little or nothing but drink. Okay, and then he said it's time to start a business. Listen, he said he didn't care what the business was. It just had to do something with construction. But he wanted to create a system for the business, okay? So we're running out of time. Go back to the chapter, read if you want to get access to that, and then we're going to do the final thing. The final, boom. So here's what you got to do. You got to come up with a system. You got to practice those systems. So then you practice those processes, and you do it over and over again. And then the more you do it, the more there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they can be implemented faithfully and impeccably. Okay? So these are the 5 essential ingredients. You want to control what is sold, control how it is sold, control how it is planned, how it is bought, built, and installed, and how it is monitored. So control what is sold, how it's sold, how is it planned, how is it built and installed, and how is it monitored. Okay? So these are the 5 control points. So he came up with an idea called 3-day kitchen, which means we're going to get your kitchen done in 3 days. You see, he actually really learned about the primary frustration of the customer, and he serviced it to them in a way that sounds, and he named his business that way, 3-day kitchens. Come on now. So the final key takeaway points, which you can find at the chapter review section of the Mighty Networks app, we go to Holistic Book Club, is that what is one thing with our customers, employees, and suppliers likes for us to do to them that our customers can't currently do? Has anyone ever tried to do this thing? And if yes, why did they fail? And what would it mean to us if we could do it? And why can't we do it? And what would be the best way to do it? How much would it cost for us to be able to do it the best way, or is it worth the cost? If yes, what would the impact have on our customers, employees, suppliers, and lenders? If negative for any or all, how would we overcome that negative? If we can't overcome the negative, do the benefits outweigh the negative aspects? If we can, should we do it? Okay, so here's what the author determines as the best way. listen to this, write it down. I want you to write this down. I read this book, and a lot of great entrepreneurs talk about this book, turns out. So it's way deeper than it sounds. The best way is always the way that eliminates the primary frustration. The best way is always the way that eliminates the primary frustration experienced by any one of the 4 primary influences of a business. The primary frustration is the negative experience most commonly complained about concerning one's interaction with a business. Thus, to become the functional ideal, you must eliminate the primary frustration experienced by any one of the 4 primary influencers of a business. So that is chapter 6, the E-Myth Enterprise. If you want to keep doing this book club reading with us, come back next week. On Wednesday, we're going to be reading chapter 7. On Thursday, we're going to be discussing chapter 7. And then the last chapter, actually, we're going to be reading chapter 7 and 8. We'll see. All right, so tap back in. And that's pretty much it. So now we're going to go back to, we're going to do some Qigong. Y'all ready to do some Qigong? So I have to stop this in the middle here because we got some, we're going to do Qigong. So y'all keep tapping in. Drop an affirmation in the chat real quick right now, just in case you drop out anytime. We can have that affirmation here. Drop an affirmation in the chat real quick. So we could actually do it in the middle of, you're gonna have it panned down.
We used the microphone yesterday. I don't even know how
You have to do it from the bottom.
you had this on it yesterday.
Yeah, I had that on
Okay.
it. Oh, wait, yeah, it was on the bottom, but you can't just keep this on
No,
there.
but what about the
Yes,
microphone?
because we don't need the light. We could put the microphone right on top of here. All right, y'all. So drop your affirmations. Actually, can somebody leave the affirmation for us real quick while I get this stuff set up, and then we're gonna do some more Qigong. Y'all don't want to go away because you're gonna get a little special in, because I'm doing Qigong with Dr. Love. So, Sela, whoever dropped the first one, started off for me real quick. Go ahead.
Boundaries of large pieces of land that the United States
For persistence.
and bounds, which is a survey method that
I am grateful for persistence.
So y'all don't let my dog Sela hang like that, man. Y'all better repeat the affirmation after the queen. So what we do is we all say, you come up with your affirmation, you tap it, you write it down, and then you repeat it because it's a collective manifestation tool. So go ahead, let's get it.
I am grateful for persistence.
I'm grateful.
I am
grateful for
grateful for
persistence.
persistence.
I'm grateful for persistence.
I am grateful for persistence.
I am grateful for preparing for my future self. Or I'm grateful
for preparing for my future self.
I am grateful for preparing for my future self.
I am grateful for preparing for my future self.
I am thankful for God being the same today, yesterday, and tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
I am thankful for
I am
God
thankful
today.
for God being the same today,
Today,
yesterday, and
And
tomorrow.
I am grateful for today, yesterday, and tomorrow.
I am grateful for today, yesterday, and tomorrow.
Yesterday, and
grateful
tomorrow.
for today, yesterday, and tomorrow.
The man has his own plans, but the Lord is right.
The man has his own plans, but the Lord is right.
Man has his own plans, but the Lord is right.
And who's next?
Do we have?
So, all right. So y'all went through all of them. Grateful for persistence. Okay, so we're about to start now. So you're tapping. We're about to get moving. All right. So shout out to everybody who stayed to the end. Let's get it. It's gonna be real cool, real fun. Tapping. So if you're not outdoors, find somewhere outdoors you can get to, and we get it going. All right. Damn. He's able. He's able. This is Rising Prime, everybody. If you want to tap into Rising Prime daily, I'm going to drop a link in the chat. Make sure you join the Holistic Lifestyle Tribe. This is definitely going to be a game changer organization. It's bigger than Zoom. We're looking at retreats, events. We're looking at masterminds. We're looking at global. So this is the beginning of something really great. It's been almost like a year and a half now. So tap in, join the community, and get access to a lot of the great stuff that I have on the app. And you can, right now I have the founding membership for only $49.99. All right, you can start, go to holisticlifestyletribe.com and join us, okay? So you're gonna get a free 3-day trial if you do the founding membership. But if you do the other regular one, which don't make sense, the founding membership means you get access to not just what I have now, but what I'm gonna have coming up, which means you get unlimited access to everything forever. So you don't want to lose that, and you also don't want to not get it. Okay, so actually, some of you might need to switch. I might have to give you some of the, it's a good thing. So tap in. So I dropped the link, check it, join us. Let's get it. Got ready? She gone. If you have any comments during the chat, make sure you comment it below in the chat, and because we're gonna be moving. So get up. We're about to move right now. So let's get it.